Self-centeredness is a wretched lie, people. Because it's a lonely world, man. Self-centeredness, if a seed doesn't die and fall to the ground, it abides alone. And the whole goal of the gospel is bearing fruit. And your fruit remaining. The whole goal of the gospel isn't getting to heaven when the bell rings. The goal of the gospel is manifesting Christ all along the way. And bearing fruit. And people know you by your fruit. Not your church attendance, your fruit. And if the seed doesn't die and fall to the ground, it abides alone. So you can live your whole life and manifest nothing. Just live to survive, live to get by, live for you. And when the bell rings, all you've done is live for you. It's a zero. It abides alone. Ain't that something? Self-centeredness is a wretched lie. But we were all born into it because we were all born into Adam, so you must be born again. Unfortunately, we made the goal go to heaven instead of live selfless. And some people get to the extreme and actually make their Christianity all about themselves. And blessing, provision, protection. And they're reading all their promise books to see how they can get even more from God. Instead of become more from God. So they can give more of God. Are you guys with me? Yeah. Come on, cheering you on. The whole reason we gather and don't forsake the assembling is so we can stir each other in love and good works. Why? So we don't get self-centered. So we don't get tricked into feeling sorry for ourselves. So we don't just get tricked into woe is me and you don't know what I've been through and never really consider what he's been through to give us his life. Come on, he didn't say sing to me and pray to me. He said follow me. That's a big deal. And a lot of our prayer life is a desperation cry. It's things that we feel like we need him to do for us to be okay. And if that doesn't change, we even identify with what we're going through. And who we are and how we're doing is defined by how it's going instead of who he is and why. I hope that makes sense to you. Come on, that's just clean. That's just a recipe for absolute encouragement. Like that way I get up every day and my life's not my own. I don't have to think about it. Man, I've surrendered to something called Christ. Yeah? And I want to look like he looks in every situation of my life. I want to talk like he talks. I want to think like he thinks. I don't want to he said, she said, tit for tat. Well, I feel, well, they shouldn't. Well, how come? Will that hurt? I don't see that in Jesus' life. So if I don't ever see that in his life, then I know I didn't learn it from him. But if that's become normal to me, where did I learn it? Surely not him. So that's what it means to put old things off. Put off the old man and his deeds. You got to die to some things so you can live to some things. Does that make sense?